Alright, so today's video we're watching a Diamond 5 DPS on PC, playing some Sojourn. And one thing about Sojourn, it's always interesting because she's a hero you always see in OWCS, so you always assume that like she's going to be this dominant force. She's actually one of the lowest win rates in Overwatch. Can you believe that? I used to be able to say that with Kiriko now, but with the recent Kiriko buff, she's actually at a higher win rate, believe it or not. So, which I'm not surprised by because that healing buff was intense, to say the least. But anyway, I've seen a bunch of your videos and loved how you explain things and give tips to a bunch of people. Therefore, I've decided to cast my ticket into the void and try to get you to review mine. Well, congratulations. Anyways, I felt like a mess this whole game. All of my flanking attempts and all the off angles didn't get as much value as I hoped. Not sure why, maybe because of my aim, or other than the lack of aim, I felt stuck. A lot, which made me do some desperate ults as Sojourn and ultimately fall over. Desperate ults ultimately fall over. Do you see that? Okay. It felt like I was running headfirst into a brick wall, and I wasn't sure how to break the stalemate. Tried to get some picks here and there, but to no avail. I feel like I can definitely improve, but I'm not sure where to start except for my aim. Anyhow, have a nice day. All right, let's see. All right, well, let's see how this goes. So Soj is a hero that you definitely want to play on the mid-range. I'd say more often than not, which... I think people would argue, like, go up on the high ground there, but it's actually one of those characters where I think Sojourn starts down here initially more. I gotta sneeze. This is great. The sneeze will happen eventually, Chad. Sully's here for the spectating too. He's been learning Sojourn also. Okay. So far, you're not really doing anything bad here. I think this is important to say. You don't have to take a duel with the Widow. I just want to point that out. The Widow eventually has to find that angle, and you can get a kill on the Widow as they do that. The point I'm making is don't wide peek into the middle of the open if you don't have the charge shot ready to go on like a Widow or something like that, because you can fall over immediately to the Widow. I don't want you to be afraid of peeking them, but I don't want you to wide peek in the middle of the road when you don't have the information of where the Widow is. If you ever watch even like pro play, which again, I mean, obviously ranked is different. One thing you'll see is like a lot of pings happening. This is just a reminder. And this goes for anybody in rank, not just like a Sojourn player. So, and by the way, your rotation here is fine. Your team just like got kind of dominated backwards. The only thing you could do is put maybe a little bit more, like, go up on the high and get pressure after that first initial burst. But always ping the Widow. It is some of the most useful information for your snipers, for your DPS, for anybody. Always ping the Widow if you see the Widow. Don't, like, one thing I want people to steer clear of, though, don't go out of your way to, like, go and find the Widow to ping them. But if you see the Widow, ping the Widow, okay? Can you talk about when you die, you can ping the enemy? Yes, so, sure, someone said that your friends don't believe you. Yes, okay, I can confirm this. When they get you, if you spam your ping button, or you don't have to spam it, if you hit your ping button, you can ping where they're at, yes. And you can ping them you have a residual time, too, so you can ping them while they're moving, too. So, yes. I make it a habit every time I get picked to ping, so people know where that hero is. Yep. Like how somebody's saying, if you're reading this, let's game. When they watch the YouTube video. If you want to know what's going on right now, by the way, I feel like your team is kind of... Okay, let's talk about this. You're jumping targets too much. Like that Zarya should have been dead like already like 3 times. So I want you to kind of think about target focus. Like you talked about your aim, right? If you look at your aim here, I really, really feel like it's not your aim, it's your target focus. You're jumping targets too much. And when you jump targets too much and you don't finish a kill, this is what happens. Then you get hesitant because you're not getting a kill. Then when you don't get the kill and they overwhelm you with 3, then your aim gets worse, right? Like right now, like right there, you kind of cornered yourself with nobody here. So when you escape out, you're going to basically in front of the Zarya. Do you see the problem here? So like you've been on your back foot this whole time. You've never given yourself time to reset. And your target focus is a struggle. So like, I really want to see you just finish a kill, right? Like this Zarya, you had many opportunities. And when they're not looking, most of the time they're not even looking at you. So it's not that your angles are bad. It's not that your aim is like horrendous and it looks like your monitor's off. I don't think that's the case in this situation. I think the truth is that you don't finish a target. So like, because like, see right there, already, you see how within a matter of a second, you've already like shifted your attention from like the Ayari. Like in that spot, the best case scenario for you is to get a trade. It's to get a trade and just, you're gonna lose the team fight, but you're gonna get one of them, right? Like trades are important for having your retakes, which this is a retake through a small doorway Less numbers on their side is a good thing. So you finish that kill, right? And if you don't finish the kill, at least you tried to commit into a target. Here, you wait for your teammates to break out top left. You don't go in the same angle. Yep, you're doing this part right. Okay, you see the Widow. Yep, good ping. Good job. Now remember, they're going to have all these ults coming up soon, right? Okay, Widow's top right. Okay. There you go. Nice job. I don't mind the AoE on point. Okay. One thing I want to say is, and chat can see this probably too, nothing looks bad mechanically to me so far. It's not an aim issue, in my opinion. This is more of is still what I think it is. You're not finishing targets. Your team has also been snowballed. Sometimes you can't do anything, right? So, yep. Nice shot by the good pause and play there. That was great. That's a little bit bad positioning. You have to wait for your teammates to take space and control of this part of the map. It's on you to more kind of sustain the choke than it is to kind of push in. So, yep. How long will these drops be on for? As long as the matches go, plus a little bit after. This is not a quick play warrior. This is a diamond. One, it's okay to hit your alt button. I just wanted to point that out. I feel like you can eventually just use it, even if it's, I call them voice line ultimates, okay? And sometimes voice line ultimates are just effective enough. Something I want to kind of give, I wanted you to see something. Chat, I just hit this button, right? Right here. I know their Zarya's hiding, right? But I just hit pause here. Look at their HP of their Zarya. You notice how every single time any of them goes past you, you get distracted and just go for them right away? Again, I wanted to kind of showcase that you just keep leaving your target when they're at low HP. And I'm not saying that you need to wide swing and go kill that Zarya, but the amount of times I've seen you leave the Zarya at 25 HP because they even think about backing up to a wall and you don't put the pressure on them, I would love playing against a Sojourn like this. Because you're just not, you're not finishing your kills, and that's the problem. You're not even like, you're just constantly getting distracted by whatever they're doing, and now you've turned. See, now you lost all your time in here. You've lost your map control. Your Hog's in the flank and probably get a kill, right? And now you're back to square one. See? Okay, I mean, listen, okay, and again, you're worried about your aim. I just want to point that out. Again, aim is always something you can work on. Like, most people always, will try to achieve to get better aim, right? It's just a part of whatever. If you don't, that's fine, right? Some heroes won't be as aim intensive. But like, your aim is not your issue. I think you're almost like taking yourself out of team fights and you don't even realize it. Hopefully this is kind of eye-opening, right? Like that and this is why this can be good to even look at some of your rods back. This is not an aim issue in my opinion. This is you're very hesitant. You're playing like there you go. Now just finish the kill on Zarya. Yeah, why not? No. Even there, do you see like? Okay, this is so funny because this is so fixable. Did you see how the Genji was to the left and you were killing a Zarya, but then you saw the Genji, so your first reaction was to flick over to the Genji but not finish your kill? You see what I'm saying? Like, that was a perfect example of what I've been trying to bring up to you on this one, right? Where like, you saw the Genji and immediately you just swapped over your shot, right? Like now, if the Zarya was at like 100% HP, I can see that. But if they're at like 20%, if they're at like 20% HP, you like finish your kill, right? All right, here we go. Okay. Yep. Okay. A little bit of a note on the Genji going backline. There's another option you have there that I wanted to point out, and I didn't really talk to you on that team fight to kind of see how you played it. One thing that's like an option there is instead of going for the Genji, because like basically you're already stuck in the middle here. So like if you're stuck right here, right? I think sometimes it actually might be better to engage backwards and get a kill. Now again, you don't have to do this. Like this is like an option B, but like if you didn't notice, you kind of got stuck here and then the Zarya ran at you and almost killed you. But don't be afraid to like go over here and then do this. And this is actually a play that I've seen people do where as they're making this play and they haven't quite got through the choke, you flip the map on them, and then you get a couple free kills, right? Because you're already kind of at a disadvantage. Now, again, you can go for the Genji, but like if you go for the Genji, you also have to disengage out. You got stuck in the middle, and that's the problem that you ran into right there. Is like, and you might still be fine because your teammates killed the Genji, but did you notice how you almost fell over there and you kind of were ineffective for a bit? Again, the angles are good, but I think you're just like, you're hesitant to push in, but you also understand like how to like escape out. It's not a bad like habit to have of like understanding how to get out, but you're kind of giving up on the opportunity of getting kills, which has been your problem. Is like you're giving up kills to play that more safer style. I think right now another thing to look at is you're playing almost spectator-like, as in like you're relying on your teammates to make a play happen. I think you have a lot of opportunity with the aim that you have, which is funny because you were always worried about your aim in that description, which isn't your issue. It's the lack of utilizing the angles you've created, utilizing like, you know, that aim to get those kills. Something to look at, okay? I really think like this could be a confidence booster like VOD for you in the sense of like, the problem you think you had is actually not where it's at right now, and now it's about focusing on these like little things to be able to improve. Like right now, I have no problem with the way you're playing your angles. This has been great. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You're giving them something to think about. Like that part is good. Now you need to take advantage of these angles and get those kills, right? Sometimes that, you know, requires being a little bit more aggressive. And that requires staying on a target, right? Things like that. Obviously, you missed, you know, the Cassidy kill there. Honestly, I thought that shot was good, but it was off by like a centimeter or something. You like the AoE perk better than the L perk? Yeah, probably. That one. Any Sojourn players? What are your perk preferences? I've been doing this a lot more now, and in VODs. If you play Sojourn a lot, you let us know what your favorite perks are and what you like to use, because I don't play as much Sojourn, so I can help with a lot of like the little things, the things that I'm noticing. But like, you know, if I'm missing a perk thing or like some angle that you're missing, go for it. Like we're all here to help each other get better, right? Like that's the end goal. So, you know. Yep. Okay, so this is what I mean. Like right now, there's nobody here. You know there's nobody here. Even the Cassidy you can hear from far away. Go kill that Zarya. Get that Zarya kill. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I don't like... I'll be honest with you. I don't like the way you did that, but I'll take that. Even there, you got a kill because your aim is good. All right? But... the cast was there. You knew the cast was there. I would have just stayed on the stairs and killed Diana and then not worry. You didn't have to slide out there, basically. Like, you don't have to slide out there and get the kill. For anybody wondering what just happened there, most people know by now, but, you know, I do know there's a lot of beginners at times, too. If you hit your interact key, it will give you the forward spawn. It will give you the better spawn in those situations. Just remember that. They added it a while ago, but some people weren't even playing the beginning of Overwatch 2 and maybe not know that, but you hit your interact key, it'll send you to the forward spawn. Or the backward spawn on defense. So you don't get staggered. Yeah, drops are live. You're good. Okay. Yes, I love this. Yes, there you go. Flip them up. This is what I talked about. Remember that third point, chat? This is what I meant. I want to see how this play goes. Dude, you were worried about your aim?
Cybernetics regulating.
I'm telling you, you have a target focus issue, and you... Like, for example, it worked there, but I would have killed the Zarya prior. Like, remember when you saw the squishies there for a second? The Zarya... I think you need to understand that if someone's at, like, a certain low HP, finish the kill. At the same time, I can't really get mad at the target focus after that when you went for the squishies. The supports in that corner. Like, it was one of those, like... I would have done option A, you went with option B, and it worked out. And I'm not going to take option B away from you because it was an option. So, your positioning's good too. Your problem. I mean, maybe your positioning is too safe, but you have the right idea. Like I am not worried about this part of your game. Finish the kill. That's what you got to do. That is what we're learning here. What is this replay? I'm not sure. Recently-ish. How's your damage output looking? Out of curiosity. 20 and 5, 9,000 damage. Solid. I mean, you have solid numbers too, and you don't even have like a tank to like. You don't even shoot a Roadhog right now. Now they have a Mauga, obviously, but. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're doing fine. If you start finishing kills, you're gonna climb. I'm not even joking. Like, when you said your aim, I was expecting, like, okay, you know, you're going to miss a shot here. You're going to miss this shot. It's going to prevent a kill. Nope. That's not what's been happening. Not at all.
Railgun charge. This is a leg up. Area denial.
Yep, go to the right spot. A little bit of a strategy here, by the way, chat. Whenever you go against like tanks, like three tanks I can think of, like Roadhog, Mauga, or Orisa. One thing that a lot of Sojourns do is they just shoot at the tank to get the 100 charge, and then you constantly go for their backline. Something to think about when you're playing this character is like when those tanks are on the field, even with a Bastion here, like use them to like charge up. This is yeah. So I love this idea, but wrong timing, and I just wanted to kind of like get that out there. Love the idea of what you did there, but you needed to wait. And like that, you have to wait for your teammates to engage. That angle you're at is wonderful for that, but that was way too early. That was a rough. That was like probably the first, like almost rough decision I've seen you make this game. You know, outside of target focus. Like that was like a play you didn't need to make. You just needed to wait because remember you killed Arana, so like they're gonna be in a weird spot anyway while you wait for your teammates to come back. Unless you were planning to peek the top window, then I wouldn't even like remotely ult that. Yep, finish the kill. There you go. Easy. Even here, like right there, even there, where you need to hit that shot to put pressure on the Sojourn, you do. Here we go. Yep, farm the Mauga. There you go. Nave 100 charge, look for a squishy. If Mauga gets super low, go for the shot. I get you going for the health pack. You're going to lose your charge here soon, but you'll be fine. Okay, this is my reminder, because I think this is very helpful for people to understand. Reinhardt's shield has 1500 HP. People shoot it all the time and kill it. Right? Even Sigma shield has like, what is that? Like 600 HP now? What if I told you Mauga ult has 1000 HP? I think it's 1000 HP. I could be wrong. But either way, it's less. It's 1200 HP. Okay, is it 1200? There you go. So what if I told you it has 1200 HP nowadays? It has less HP than a Rein shield. You can kill that shield really easily. I want to point that out. Yep. Like, it's really easy to break, and I'm trying to get more people in the habit of breaking it. If, like, now, let me give you, like, outliers to when you wouldn't break it. There's 5 of you inside of the ultimate. You have no way of getting out of there, and you just need to win the brawl. That's a good way to do it, right? If everybody's outside of the ultimate and you're not in, like, an advantageous spot to all get in at the same time, you break the Mauga ult to save your teammate. Everything else outside of that, you can figure out how that works, but, like, just something to kind of, like, remember on that one, you know? Yep. Oh, Roadhog ult. I mean, Roadhog ult can even evaporate a sim wall, a sim ultimate. Did you know that? Like, you know you can break sim wall or sim ult. You Roadhog ult into it and you can kill it. I mean, it's not recommended, but you can do it. I don't mind your ult here. I think like trying to get through the choke. This is one of the more important ults. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't do that sooner. I've seen. I don't even have a reaction to that. I've seen so many people do that exact play. I've seen that in pro play before, where you like that angle looks very safe, and then you slide away, and then that happens. But yes, you can break sim wall. Yep. Maybe it has 4,000 HP now, but you just Roadhog ult it, and then usually it goes down. If you have a BAP, you can shred it in like 2 seconds or like a second. It can fall over immediately. Yeah, 4,000 HP. So yeah, it's a lot of health. But if you have an ultimate and get rid of it, by the way, that honest positioning is something, I gotta say. Yeah, just get out of there. Yeah, I think your reaction should have been immediately to drop and try to play to live for a while. Not the worst case scenario, but you know, you don't want to go down in numbers with this amount of time, right? So every time you play hit scan like Widow, you don't do damage. How can you improve that? You got to just improve on your aim if that's the case. If you don't do damage in general. You're, by the way, you're playing a very solid half. You just have a very safe play style of a little bit of lack of playmaking that we'll fix over time. Okay? You're going to be fine. I want you to become more of a playmaker. I want you to recognize your aim is good, and I want you to finish your kills, and you're going to be just fine. Outside of that, how much? I actually don't know how much life Weaver Tree has. You're playing fine. I just again want to reiterate for that for you.
Quick repair will fix.
If you're struggling with this angle, don't be afraid to take the right side angle and do the same thing. Like, don't be afraid to, like, go over here and play like this for a second. Do you see what I mean? I just want to give you another option. Just want you to, I want you to sometimes like think about this angle. If they're not up here, you can also go down these stairs and then do the same thing. You can also do this. See this, chat? Like this would force this person to have to look down like this, which then if they look down like this, the people here see that. You see what I'm saying? So good angle here too if you're struggling with this angle. Again, you're not like necessarily struggling, but look how many opportunities you have to get a kill. You're relying on the Zarya to have bad positioning more than you having good positioning. Okay. I'm glad you figured it out earlier. I'm glad to see it happen in real time, you know? Well, not real time, but you know what I mean. Like after we talked about that. Good job. I honestly, starting here as a default wouldn't be a bad idea either. And in pro play, a lot of players vie for this positioning, both on defense and attack. Like it's very common to see somebody on defense playing that exact angle. Good job though. This is good, right? You're gonna have to put pressure on this Zarya now, unfortunately, for like that angle though. Put your AoE up there. AoE would be your disruptor shot. Nice job. It actually does exactly what it says. It disrupts them. Finish your kill on Zarya. Finish the kill on Zarya. You could. This is what I mean. You have this thing. You have this thing where you don't finish your kill, and it gets you. It like. Yeah, indecisiveness. I'm. You know what? I'm glad we got to see that indecisiveness because I hope that you see what I'm talking about. You could have killed that Zarya, and this whole team fight is still going. This VOD would be 5 minutes longer. I can't promise that, but like you can literally see it. Like you're indecisive on your targeting, and like you don't finish a kill. And yes, like obviously killing the supports isn't a bad idea, right? Like I'm not trying to stray away from that, but you're not even doing that. You're not using the energy shots off the Zarya to go kill the Ana. You're using it to kind of reset, and that reset's getting you killed. So, in my opinion, you kill the Zarya there because when the Zarya is below 50% HP, it's going to cause the supports to have to, like, overcommit, or the Zarya has to overbubble. Either way, it's a win for you, unless, of course, they nano, but the quicker they nano, the quicker you can get to the team fight anyway, right? So, it's... The target focus, it's not a bad idea to go for other people at certain points, but you have to recognize when, if somebody's below, like, 50% HP, and their Ana can't even see a sightline on them, you're going to kill that Zarya, and that's a whole different team fight. We'll see how this goes now. Remember, you're 1v1ing and you're not looking to your right. You notice how you could have fallen over there? That's because of your positioning.
Nothing a quick repair won't fix.
Yep. Good team kill to start. I mean, we know we accept those. A good team kill to start, right? What do we see? Has to be on 5 minutes. So this is perfect time, and I can do my outro, and then we're there. I got delayed by an hour. That's why we're doing this right now. Okay. Good grab by your Zarya, but no follow-up. Wow, that May ult wasn't out. That's for sure. And that should be the game. All right, well, listen. Here's what I'll say. Yeah, your aim is fine. I want you to start focusing away from, like, thinking your aim is bad. Like, yeah, you can always improve on that. Your aim was one of your strengths. You need to finish kills. You need to be a little bit more aggressive with your angles themselves. Like, not that you're not taking good angles. You're not pushing past your angle. It's kind of like you get to your angle and you hit a brick wall. It's okay to push up a little bit more. And as you get the double slide, even more so. So I'm going to make this simple for you. Start finishing your kills. Start recognizing you're jumping away from targets. The angles are good. Push those angles even more. Start to learn your limits on that. The more that you do that, the more that you start to realize you can be more aggressive, and then you can back away with your double slide, the better. I saw a lot of good out of you here. Your fundamentals are looking good. You're doing a lot of exactly what you need to do as you get to this diamond range into Masters. Keep going like this. I guarantee you that if you finish your kills, you'll win games. I think you would have won this game already if you just killed Zarya a couple times. I'm not even joking. So fix that, improve on that, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see a difference. The aim is looking good. The rest is up to you and how you're gonna play that. Finish your kills, be more aggressive on your angles, and you got this, all right? You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube. If you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. You want to submit your own spectating, my Discord is where to do that. And if you like this video, we're going to have one pop up on the bottom over here. Click that one too. It's going to be a good one. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.